È. Let's find out. Have you noticed that Armenians talk with a lot of hand gestures? They even go like this. That's uniquely Armenian. But so is the letter È. È is the 7th letter of the Armenian alphabet. Abagada, Ipenkinta. No matter how you say it, when you get up to the 7th letter, you find it is the verb to be. The verb to be in the present tense. Na e. He is. She is. It is. You know how the conjugations go. Well, the verb to be, e, the 7th letter of the alphabet, is also the name of God. And before anything else, it is the name of God. You say, what does that mean? Well, in Holy Scripture, if you open it up, you find that he was asked, what is your name? What shall we call you? And God says, I am. I am. Not I was, not I will be, but I am. And so in Armenian, we refer to God in that sense. We refer to him as Na E. He is. Now, the English doesn't do justice to it because it puts a gender on it. In Armenian, it's not gender specific. It's Na E. God is complete, totality. And if you walk into any Armenian church, you will notice that at the top of the altar, there is a letter. That's that letter. It looks like a 5 with a stem on it. It is the letter E, the 7th letter of the Armenian alphabet, and it symbolizes God. It is the name of God. He is Na E. Not he was, he will be, but the complete essence of God, forever. You see, it's not about a historical God. It's not about a time frame, but a God that comes from the beginning of all creation, the beginning of the universe, and extends to all of eternity. That's the wonder of the Armenian Orthodox understanding of God. And so specifically and strategically, that letter is the 7th letter of the Armenian alphabet. Why? Because 7 is a letter of perfection. It unites the sky and the earth, the entire universe. The sky, of course, 3. Trinity, right? The earth, 4 corners, east, west, north, south. 3 plus 4 equals the completeness, the vastness of all eternity. And that is the name of God. Sometimes people walk into the Armenian church and they see the E up there and they say, why is it there? Is it for Echmiadzin? In other words, if I go to another Armenian church, I might see an A up there for something else, or I might see a Ye for Jerusalem, or whatever it may be. No, you will see the E. The E is God. Eternity. The God in the forever present. Not he was, not he will be, but is. And think about it in these terms. Jesus always commands us to live in the present. In fact, in his most famous sermon, the Sermon on the Mount, he tells us, do not worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow has troubles of its own. Worry about today. Today's problems are enough for the day. In other words, he always tells us to live in the present. You cannot rewind life. You cannot look ahead in life. All you have is this moment. And this moment is precious. It is ordained by God. It is the one that you have to live in. And when you live in this moment, you understand that you have the potential of all eternity. You have that God presence in you. God is Na E. That letter E is a sacred letter in the Armenian church. It is a sacred letter in the Armenian alphabet. It is a sacred letter in all of humanity, because it points to something that takes place right in this second, in this split second, in this nanosecond, right now. Na E. Remember that. The name of God. It's inscribed at every Armenian church. So walk into an Armenian church and see for yourself.